All right, so I've got to tie up some loose ends. Yesterday when I got home, I picked this table up from Brother Will. It came out of a store that they closed for the company that he works for, and he says, "Hey, you want this table?" So I moved all the computer stuff off of this wall over to here because obviously during the winter this will be the first wall that I'm going to finish. Get that done. So I got all that set up, and I have the power cord coming down here for now. I don't know where the final outcome is going to be with a lot of this stuff. Because I am off grid, and I really didn't wire anything because I don't need that much electricity. I just need it for this. But I got the TV up there, which is kind of nice because I use that as a secondary monitor while I'm editing. And I got to lay back on the couch last night and watch Marvel's Infinity Wars Part 2. So it was super cool to kick back and watch that. I've got surround sound speakers set up and everything. I do have to run the generator when I do that. But I got that cleaned up. I got the power cord running up here. Eventually, that's where all my power is going to go. It's going to go through the rafters here in the loft. But this place is a mess. And I need to start getting some stuff organized and cleaned up because I don't want to be in the same boat I was last year, waiting for winter or trying to dig stuff out after winter hits. I want everything in its place where it needs to be because when it happens, about a month and a half away, it happens suddenly. Picked this chair up yesterday too for like 23 bucks at Salvation Army while I was over in Kenai. Yeah, so I'm gonna straighten it up. So this is kind of done in this area here. I need to go through the whole kitchen and clean that up, but I need to get rid of all this junk over here as well. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It just seems like whenever you have a flat space anywhere, it starts collecting junk. And these two benches that I built last winter, or this year, are movable. They're not attached to anything. And I did that on purpose so that I can move them out of the way if I'm going to put something like a Christmas tree or something in front of the windows. But I want to get measurements also on the windows because I'd like to make some curtain rods for them. And then get some drapes over it. That's just another nice little insulation factor. I need to get the outside cleaned up. I need to get the window cut in over there in the kitchen. All of that stuff's going to happen this week. So there's not going to be a whole lot of building in this one because I'm still trying to recuperate from last week. Also, I had a viewer that sent me this. And this is a motion detection solar spotlight. So the solar panel that charges everything is right in there, and I'm going to try and get that mounted outside as well because when I'm getting up to go to work in the morning, it's dark now, and I wouldn't mind having a light out there. Something that would make it a little bit easier getting in and out and going up and down the stairs at 3 o'clock in the morning. The heck did that get underneath there? I guess we had a little bit of wind and I missed it. just realized I didn't give you guys an update on what I did cleaning up in here. So, get rid of everything on the flat surfaces over there. Move the computer table from over here to that far wall, and then hauled out all the wood that was over here. Let me show you real quick. So yeah, everything's gone from over here. Got all swept up, and it's been raining nonstop since last week. Basically almost 7 days worth of rain, and I do not have a single moisture spot in this cabin from that metal roof going on. Super excited about that. My plan is I'm gonna put a closet here. I still want to throw a backup propane heater probably in between a couple of studs here, and then I want to leave myself enough room to get a door that's going to go out to the eventual bedroom on the lower floor when I'm done there. Right now I'm 61 years old. It's not that bad, but I can see myself as I get older not wanting to climb up and down these silly stairs every single day. So yeah, definitely. But for now, I'm going to sit down and start editing video. One of the things I should point out too is, if you've been with me for any amount of time, you were around when the previous generator failed on me, and I bought this Honda EU 2200i with an inverter in it. It only holds 1 gallon of fuel, where my other generator held 5 gallons of fuel. And I've been running on the same 4 gallons, one 4-gallon gas can of fuel now for about a month and a half. It's crazy how much more efficient it is and how little power I really use. The only time I really fire up the generator now is, like the other night I fired it up because I felt like watching a movie after I moved this here, and I laid out on the couch and watched a movie. But when I'm editing videos is the one time that I use it. So, power, the amount of power that you use is absolutely a choice on your part. And for me, it's so minimal, it's ridiculous. It runs these lights in here. But those are 12-volt lights. They're run off of a 12-volt deep cycle Optima battery right now. Eventually I'll upgrade that battery system, but it's super efficient this way. I have no power bill whatsoever. So you figure 1 gallon of gas has lasted me more than a week now. So to power my place, it's probably, let's call it a $5 bill. So it's basically $20 a month for electricity. To have the power that I need, and that's without running a solar panel at all right now. I do have 2 solar panels that eventually I'd like to get hooked up, but during the winter they won't do me any good anyway. We just don't get enough sunlight to make it worthwhile. The sun is way too low on the horizon, but for right now, $20 a month, I can't complain. Charge it up. Let's go with this. So I'm uploading the video for this week on the channel, and I figured since I can't really do anything when my video's uploading, I can't really use a phone or anything like that because I'm hotspotting off the phone to get an internet signal. But I might get this window started in the kitchen. There we go. So yeah, come with me while I do that. I don't have a knife in here, do I? My box cutter is outside in the truck. Work. Alex sent me this knife and I never really use it. He's a viewer on the channel. Let's go. Let's do this. There we go. nice to have some light in here. It'd be very nice to have some light in here. When I cut the other windows out, I used Todd's router, but we couldn't. When I was using Todd's router to try and trim the OSB on the roof, I couldn't get it to work properly, and then we kept spinning the bearing off of it. So I'm just going to use the drill into 4 corners, and then my jigsaw. The window's sitting right over in the other room too, so. Cut the tie bar on the outside as well. Don't really have everything I need to do this properly, so I think I'll temporarily set the window in here, and at least then I'll have some extra light in the kitchen. Window. So when I originally measured out this window, I measured it out to be 24 by 24, so everything I read said, you know, ½ inch bigger all the way around, so then it became 25 by 25. And there's a problem with that. And that is that, well, this is sitting down on the bottom, this is barely touching. So, let's see what we can make work here. No, that did not touch anything. So after I had ordered the window, or after I went down and picked the window up, I was talking to Ward, who has pretty much been my go-to for any questions construction related that I have, because Ward does that for a living. And Ward said, yeah, dude, with new windows nowadays, you don't have to do that. So, yeah. Oops. Maybe that way. The way I look at it, I'm going to end up having to trim this whole window out on the inside, I'm sure. And that's not going to work either. But I have a hole cut in my wall, so I have to get that taken care of. Let's do it and make it work anyway. It's not going to work either. Still going to need to wedge up some on the inside here and get the tie vac back behind there as well. But I want to cook dinner. So this will do me for now. And I need to get, they call it bituthane or bituthane window wrap I want to get that in here as well. So I'll pick that stuff up after work on Friday, but now I have a window in the kitchen. Get the rest of that done this weekend. Oh yeah, I'm off by about an inch over here. So I'll go ahead and pick up a piece of trim. Trim that in where it goes. But I have a window that opens and closes now. And now I have a mess over here I need to get cleaned up before I can start dinner. Plugged in, we'll check it in the morning. Very nice. I walked right out in front of the cabin and the lights came on. So that does in fact work. And I have light when I go to get in my truck this winter. We'll see how long it lasts. We'll see how that light does with the cold.